Good evening, everyone. It's just Damien here. I'm going to talk about car insurance tonight for people that are interested that want to learn to drive or having thoughts about car insurance regarding your disability or whatever. I'm going to give you some tips on how to get your car insurance cheaper. All the tips basically are legal and above board, that kind of thing. I'm going to tell you a couple of little stories on the way as well, so that might help. And as I've said in previous videos, don't take everything what I've said literally. My channel is about my opinions and my beliefs, and if I upset or offend anyone in this video, I'm totally sorry, and I am human. It's just a little disclaimer, and I just wanted to get that out there. So basically, I learned to drive in 2009, passed in 2010. My mum bought a car for work, 2009. No, in 2010, sorry, February 2010, my mum bought a car. I learned a car for work, and I was on the insurance, and no problem. We did go third party fire and theft then. However, when I've been checking insurance quotes and that recently now, to be honest, you may be surprised. I think third party on its own is the most expensive. Third party fire and theft is the least expensive, is the second expensive, and I think fully comp is the most expensive, is the cheapest out of all of them. So passed my test in 2010, and we renew the insurance to Coverbox or Cleverbox. I think it's Coverbox. I think they're an insurance broker through the co-op, and they put a box on your car on it when you're driving style, and that kind of thing. And basically, they tell us, my mum phones them, tells them I've got Asperger's syndrome, and then they say they can't insure me on the policy. They say ring back in a couple of days later, so my mum rings back a couple of days later and said we can't insure him on the policy because he's got Asperger's syndrome. This was when we'd spent about $1,100 or $1,200 on car insurance, and that is expensive. Yeah, that's expensive. So we'd done that, and the phone back, and a couple of days later they says that Damien. I think I picked the phone up on the stairs. Well, that's irrelevant. It says that Damien. However, I don't know how they knew it was me, because usually when I'm talking to someone on the phone, people think I'm a woman. They call me ma'am or madam, love, pet, duck. And also, people have said I'm mince as well. I have no idea what that is, but I think it's something to do with walking camp or walking gay. I'm not quite sure, but that's irrelevant for now. So we renew the car insurance. They speak to me and says that to him, and they say yes. So they say, we tell your mum we'll have him on the insurance. So I tell my mum, and after this is sorted, I'm allowed to drive the car again, because while they were sorting the details out, no one was allowed to drive the car while they were sorting this out. So we sort this out, and as well, we sort the insurance out, and a few years later, as I was saying, we sort the insurance out. However, I'm just checking some details. However, I don't see why your car insurance would affect my insurance policy. I mean, my disability, I don't know how my car insurance would affect my disability. I don't know how my disability would affect my car insurance. And the reason is, I've got no restrictions on my licence, and passed my test in the second attempt, and I've got no points, no penalty notices, no warnings on my licence whatsoever. And that I can understand you putting restrictions on your licence if, for say, I can understand you putting restrictions on your insurance if, for say, you've got restrictions on your licence, like, say your car insurance says the DVLA say can't drive at night, then the car insurance company needs to make it so that person can't drive on the night, like, not insure the person for the night, but everyone else on the policy is allowed to drive that car through the night. However, if there's only that person on the policy, the car's insured on the night for damages, theft or break-ins or whatever, but the person's not insured to drive it. That's how I believe it should be as well. So I save up a bit of money, and I get a support worker. I knew I was getting a support worker in 2012, and I knew for that I needed... No, I knew I was getting a support worker in 2016. Sorry, I'd been looking for getting a support worker for a while, and I had the advert out, and the car. Mum's car insurance was coming up for renewal, and I wanted a car of my own. So I buy Corsa limited edition, and I insure it, but I do notice as well, when you insure a vehicle, car insurance is more for people for disabilities and that as well, because you're unemployed, and car insurance generally is more for if you're unemployed than working for some reason. I don't know why, because when you're unemployed you've got no money coming in, or less money coming in, and you're less likely to drive. So I don't understand that one bit. So I basically got the car insurance. I basically was a student at Bishop College studying counselling skills, level 1, level 2, so I put on my car insurance student, and then the year after that, and this year, I put 2017, 2018, I put voluntary work, youth work, which was what I was doing, but now I'm not working or doing anything during the day. So now I've put unemployed due to disability, which is totally the case. I'm on ESS support group, which means I don't have to work due to disability, so basically I'm on the sick, which I am. I do want to work, and that's a different story, really. And I did have an incident last year on my car insurance, and I honestly don't know how it's affected the policy or why it's affected the policy. Basically, I bought the car on the 12th of January 2016. The policy this year was changing off its start on the 12th of January 2016. No, start on the 12th of January 2018. So it says, when did you have the vehicle? So the question says, when did you purchase the vehicle? Everything else 100% accurate, but I put, when did you purchase the vehicle? And I put the wrong date by accident, and I noticed a few days. I renew the insurance more or less straight away, like a month in advance, and I don't know. I can't remember. I think it was. I'm not sure if it was after the insurance had started or before it had started. It says, when did you purchase the vehicle? So I changed when I purchased the vehicle to the correct date, and I got £8.75 back, and I don't know how. The date you purchase the vehicle affects the policy, because, as I say, all the insurance and that, was correct apart from that. And I've got my dad and my aunt on the policy, and having family on the policy or having someone that's older than you on the policy with more driving experience, it lowers your insurance a bit. I can't say that for certain, for fact, but I'm 99.9% certain that if you do it the right way and you've got the right people on your insurance, it will lower your policy. So I put my dad and my aunt on, and also I got a lecture once about this from my uncle. None of my uncle's business, but I think he was talking a load of bollocks, because he said that you shouldn't change car insurance companies every year because they get suspicious and they think that you're hiding something. And I did I do change my car insurance every year because what's the point in sticking with the same insurance if it's cheaper and you get a better deal somewhere else. Basically, if that insurance company puts the price up more than it did more than it was the previous year, the insurance should you should look at different insurance quotes regular, just to see if you can get it cheap than what your renewal letter is and what your renewal price is. Basically, I'd renewed my car insurance today for January, and I got a quote. The quote that I was with the company that I'm with at the moment until things change was actually more than the insurance. The quote that I'm with now was more for insurance than it was last year. I think it was about £10 or so more than last year, and I priced up on Money Supermarket Confused, found one with another insurance company, 161.27 pence cheaper than my renewal quote. I thought that was a good deal, but it does pay to have a look for your car insurance, and I am surprised. Basically, I've never noticed this problem before, and I'm surprised about it. I looked at insurance renewals this morning and checked them again this afternoon, and the quotes I got on the afternoon, from the cheapest quote on the morning to the cheapest quote on the afternoon, it was actually about £142.96 more if I wanted to renew the car insurance this afternoon than it was me doing it this morning. And I am pretty much surprised by that. I've never had this problem before when I came back to insurance companies and check details, so I had to go back through the quotes through the history on my laptop to try to get the quote what I got this morning, and I've got it alright, and fingers crossed I have no more problems. I did have a couple of problems with the insurance that I am with currently. Basically, sent me an auto renewal on it. They say this is the price you paid last year. This is the price you paid this year, but the problem was with that, they messaged me back and they've said they've had a few other issues with this. They basically messaged me back and say that that was a error and they've had problems with it. Basically, it said the quote what I paid last year was actually less than what I'd actually paid last year. It wasn't actually the full price of what I paid last year. It was a totally different price. So I get a phone up about it, and they go through, see if they can get me a better deal and that kind of thing. And they say So basically, we've got, basically we can't, because some of your changes on your renewal, they can't actually put through on a new renewal. They can't actually put through on a new renewal. So they'll have to change my policy for the last day of my policy. And there'd be no charge, and they said that's the only way they can get a new insurance quote. So they said there's no charge, and they couldn't get it any cheaper. And the woman on the phone did say that's a huge difference in price. And there was another issue what I had with the insurance, and this was the reason why I was ringing the insurance up, because my dad's had this problem in the past, and my mum has always advised me and my dad not to do this. The auto renewal was on, and I'd turned it off. I knew when I bought the policy that I'd turned it off. It says, do you want to renew the auto renewal? Everything I pay for online, and everything, even like the free trials on Amazon. I know, like the free trials on Amazon, if you don't cancel the auto renewal, it starts charging you for normal. And I know that Now TV as well, I can put my sister can put a voucher on. Sister's got loads of Now TV vouchers on, what people have got for presents, like me and a few other people. You can put the Now TV voucher on, and if you don't cancel if you don't cancel the auto renewal on it, on the Now TV account, if you don't cancel the auto renewal on it, it'll charge you for next time. And I have noticed, like, I don't know, someone said it's called a hard sell or some sort of sell. I don't know what it's called, a special name for it. Can't remember who told it to me. They said it's a hard sell or it's a hard sell. It's called something. I can't remember who actually said it to me. I'm just thinking. I think it might have been this bloke from the Autism Society or someone. One being doing about sales or something, I can't remember what it was. Something from the job centre or something, I'm not quite sure, but when you try to cancel Now TV, Prime, trials and that, it asks you about 3 or 4 times if you want to clarify it. Because I think they think if you think if you think it's going to be too much hassle, you don't do it. But I can't remember who told me what type of thing it was called. I don't know, they said it's a something tactic. I don't know if it was through a Vant or other work program or something. I don't know, it was some sort of course I was on. Might have been Princess Trust, or it might have been the something. I honestly can't remember. So so that's the same with car insurance. I think that's why they sneaked the premium back on. I think that's why they sneaked the auto renewal back on, so you don't notice and they charge you the full price. So basically, that's why I ran the insurance up, and I just said I want the auto renewal off, and I emailed them as well, and I got an email back this afternoon apologising for. It was more apologising for the inconvenience and the upset that it's caused me, and they're going to send a cheque out for £20 as a goodwill gesture. So I think that's good, and I'm the only one I know that actually gets refunds through doing car insurance 2 years in a row. So I'm good at this sort of stuff, and it's naturally comes to me. So I get refunds and that for all sorts, basically, and I do like my car. I do like the car. It's the only independence that I've got, so I'm just waiting for now to get my proof of no claims sent off, and to hopefully get the no claims sent off and get the insurance paid for. I've paid for it. I'm just waiting for paperwork and that to clarify over. I don't know what I'm going to do with the refund money though. Basically, as you may be or may not be aware, that in a previous video, that I got a refund on LNE at London Northern Railway for having no support put in place when I went to see Kylie Minogue on the 18th of September. So basically, what I did with that money, I put that towards the Gateway Club, buying some raffle prizes and that, and Gateway's run by Mencap. I bought some raffle prizes, and I wanted to put the money back into a disability project because my complaint was regarding disability, equality and diversity and disability rights. So the refund was to do with disability and disability rights, and I thought then that my channel is about fighting disability rights and fighting disability beliefs, and if I kept the money it wouldn't feel right. I'd rather put that money back in. I'd rather put that money back in towards a disability project through, if the claims are through disability awareness matters. However, the car insurance, these issues could have happened with anyone, not just because I've got a disability, but they could have actually happened to anyone's mum and dad, sister, family, that kind of thing. could just happen to anyone where the auto renewal's going a bit scruffy. And as they said to me today, that they have had issues with the renewal letter system or renewal system, and when they were changing my policy and they sent out a renewal, the other few renewal letters, basically they had different prices of what my insurance was last year. So it's all down to that. Don't know who it was that said it to me. It's called a hard sell, Damien. It's called a hard sell. Don't know. Yeah, if anyone knows what it's called, where if anyone knows what the word is, what I'm thinking of, where a company through like Amazon Prime, or whenever you take out a trial, where you have to cancel the auto subscription, or where you try to cancel a policy for something and you want to stop it renewing, but then it asks you about 3 or 4 times if you want to cancel the policy. If anyone can let me know that name, that would be great. Is it hard sell? Don't know, something like that. I honestly don't know. Basically, I hope this video has helped anyone, and I hope it does give people some advice and guidance regarding car policies and regarding learn to drive with about learning to drive and running a car, and that I am hoping to start working with companies as a little matter would on a new project that I'm going to call Ask the Expert. That'll be where I'm going around companies and that work with people with disability, and one of the things that I would like to do is speak to a mobility advisor at a car garage. I have emailed Sherwood's, but I think it's called Drive Vauxhall now, North East. I have sent them a couple of letters out about doing this kind of project, because the disability and the mobility team would be able to explain in much better detail and more factual detail of how to run a car, and that if you're disabled, and how to run it on how to run it on benefits, or how to run it without benefits. I do think that would be beneficial to other people, and I do want to get into doing different projects with different people as well. I have emailed a few talents and a few media advisors as well about working and getting my story sold. I've emailed Scarlett Moffat's management and a few other media management as well, so I do hope that helps me become a better person and to achieve this dream I have of wanting to work within the media. And I do hope you all have a good end to the night. Thank you and good night.